All I kept wondering was how a newbie can start building wealth through real estate. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 things you need to know if you're going to start investing into real estate. And these are the 5 things I wish I had known when I started. Guys, when I started investing in real estate, I didn't know anything. I made a lot of mistakes that if I just would have asked somebody who knew what they were doing, or if I had this kind of content, I wouldn't have made. So in this video, you're going to get a lot of Mike Fritz mistake tips, and these are the things that I didn't do very right when I started, and I want to make sure you don't trip over the same tripwires that blew me up. So tip number 1 is to understand real estate investing is broken into 3 options. It's broken into wholesaling, fixing and flipping, and buying and holding. And these are 3 different strategies of building wealth through real estate. And you as a new investor can decide which one kind of fits the palette of what you want to do. The first 2, wholesaling and fixing and flipping, have a very distinct consistency. There's one common denominator with both of these type of investing, and it's the ability to find deals. Because when you're wholesaling properties, you surface deals and then you decide what to do with them. When you're fixing and flipping properties, you have to find deals in order to fix and flip them. Finding deals is one of the biggest common denominators. So if you love to search for deals, wholesaling and fixing and flipping may be right up your alley. In wholesaling, once you do find the deal, you take that to a list of investors. So you take that deal and then you sell it to another investor who's either going to buy and hold that property and just rent it out, or they're going to fix it up and flip that property. So in wholesaling, there's an art of finding the deal and selling it to an investor with enough meat on the bone for them to be incentivized and still want to buy that deal. So if you buy a property for $100,000 and it's worth $180,000 once it gets fixed up, you might sell that to them for $110,000 and you make a $10,000 assignment fee, they call it in wholesaling, and I can make $10,000 for just finding the deal. They put $50,000 into it and they make $20,000 or $30,000 on the back end for doing all the work of fixing and flipping. But here's the benefit of wholesaling. Once you find that deal, if you want to do all the process of fixing and flipping, you can keep all that money. If you want to fix it up just a little bit and rent it out, you can. The benefit of being a wholesaler is you're finding these deals and you can do anything you want with them. That's the power of being a wholesaler. The second option is the fix and flip route. If you find a property, you put a little bit of money into it, you put it on the market, you sell it at market rate, and you make a profit. The cool thing about fixing and flipping is you can also work hand in hand with wholesalers. If somebody's wholesaling a property, you can go to them and say, let me know when you have a deal, I'm ready to put some money on. The wholesaler gives you a deal, you buy that deal, and you can fix it up and sell that deal. That's the power of working with wholesalers. If you like that fixing and flipping, and you're kind of a contractual person by nature, you like the contractor process, you like managing contractors and that process, this might be a very, very awesome option for you, and you can get some pretty solid, amazing paydays inside the fix and flip world. And then there's the buy and hold, the granddaddy of real estate. The idea that I'm going to hold the real estate and let it pay me every single month, which really creates freedom. This is, of course, my favorite because I'm a multifamily real estate investor. This is why I love multifamily real estate, is because it has that buy and hold component of we buy it and we rent it out and we get to earn income month after month after month after month. I love that form of real estate. But in the buy and hold world, there's a lot of different options. You do have multifamily real estate. You also have mobile home parks. There's retail real estate where you see Starbucks and Target and Walmart and these big strip centers. You can buy these strip centers and rent them out. There's office real estate, which is kind of declining after the COVID-19 pandemic, but a lot of us think it's going to come back up. It's just going to be repurposed a little bit. There's also industrial properties where people will rent out industrial properties to park their trucks and run their business from. And there's also storage units. Storage units are brilliant investments. They've become so popular because they generate a lot of cash. But you can see inside of buy and hold, there's a lot of options. So even if you are a wholesaler, the power of that is you can still be a buy and hold investor. You can wholesale on the front end and buy and hold the properties you find. That's the brilliance of investing, is you can put together a system that truly works for you. But as a new investor, just understand the landscape of the 3 buckets that all this real estate lives inside. The second tip you need to know is you need to know a few key terms as you start busting into real estate so you can understand the lingo of the industry. The first term is capitalization rate, or a cap rate. A cap rate is simply the way to determine the value of a building. And after this video is over, make sure you watch our video on how to figure out a cap rate so you understand how the whole cap rate formula works. The second term is cash flow. Cash flow is just a term used to signify the amount of money coming in every month from our investment. The third one is net operating income, or NOI. Net operating income, or NOI, is simply the income minus the expenses, not counting the mortgage payment. So take the mortgage payment out of it, you take all your income, you minus your expenses, the number that's left over, it's called the net operating income, or NOI. It's another number you need to know in order to navigate the numbers and the discussions around real estate. The third one is cash on cash return. Cash on cash return is simply how much money am I making based on how much money I'm investing in a deal. And also make sure you watch our video on how to calculate a cash on cash return so you know how to talk intelligently with your investors. And another term you'll need to know inside of the industry is internal rate of return. Cash on cash return is how much money you make based on how much money you put into the deal year after year after year. The internal rate of return takes all the cash flow you've made and all the cash you made when you sell the property, it puts it together and it annualizes it, meaning it says how much money did I actually make per year while I was in this investment. The internal rate of return is my entire return on investment of a deal in relationship to how long I was in that deal. Before we go on to the last few tips, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because on this channel, we love real estate investing, business, we love to talk about money and a way to maximize it so we can continue to help people and create financial freedom. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you get notified every time we do a video, which is every single weekday. Let's get back to the content. The third thing I wish I'd have done when I started off was I wish I would have networked. I didn't understand how powerful networking was in building a real estate portfolio. I got to thinking, why would I network with other investors? Aren't they my competitors? Oh my word, what a rookie mistake that was. Here's why. I didn't understand partnerships drive real estate. A lot of deals in this industry are done through partnerships. And by networking with other people and building relationships, it would have taken my career to a whole nother level. So please start networking with people in your area immediately, because the more network you build, the more capital you're going to be able to raise, the more deals you're going to be able to do, and the more wealth you're going to be able to build through real estate, whether you have the experience or not. It doesn't matter if you're a new investor or a veteran investor, we all want to continue to build our network because so many deals happens based on that network. The fourth thing is join a coaching group or a mastermind. About 7 years ago, I invested $10,000 to go on a real estate tour. What a real estate tour is, you pay the coach a certain amount of money and you actually fly to a city and they tour properties with you and they tell you what properties they would buy, how they found these properties, how you could manage these properties, how they're making money off these properties, and they essentially coach you in a lab of their own deals. Real estate tours are really powerful, and I invested and went to a real estate tour that also came with a mastermind component where I could network with other people. By being in that mastermind, for the first time ever, I heard the term private money. I heard the fact that I could actually raise money from other investors and invest in deals and never use my own capital. Last year alone, we raised $6.5 million in 6 months because I went on one single real estate tour 6 years ago. Joining mastermind groups and coaching groups is not only a way to grow your network, but it's a way to grow your mindset and to see the amount of opportunities and ideas you may not be implementing. That one trip changed my life forever. And number 5, jump in. Jump in with both feet. And let me tell you something about real estate. You can read a lot of books, watch a lot of videos, and all of those will help you and they will impact your mind and they will change you and they're amazing. But none of those books, none of those videos will ever put a piece of real estate under your contract, under your name. It just won't happen. You got to go just jump in and you're going to see how all this content plays out. All this content, make sure you do that correctly, but you have to go pull the trigger and just jump in, get a deal under contract and start buying real estate. Because the truth is, nothing's going to get deals for you. We got to go out and track deals down, track money, figure out our strategy and start doing it. Don't wait. I can tell you my biggest regrets in life is not doing things. It's not doing things and failing. So if you do a deal and it doesn't go very well, no worries. Move on to the next deal. We have students in our coaching groups that say this all the time. Man, I waited 7 years to invest. I've been trying to get into real estate for 7 years. Another said 5 years. They got into our programs and now they have deals. Here's the thing. It's not a matter of if the content's out there and if the content will help you. It's will you put it into practice and will you go make it happen? I also want to give you a free 60-minute training I did on how to bust into the multifamily real estate market. It's a 60-minute training that teaches you how to find deals, how to find money, and how to make this happen. So go down in the description, click the link freemultifamilymasterclass.com. You're going to be taken to a masterclass, a 60-minute training, so you can start investing in real estate right away.